Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with the monthly closeout for the month of July. And we had a lot of overspending this month. So let's get started. First, we overspent in EasyPass, so I'm just going to cover that with the monthly miscellaneous money. So that was $32.42. And then we were over in groceries, not a surprise there. So for groceries, I'm going to cover $400 of that from my gas money. So we'll put $400 of my gas money towards groceries. And also, we are going to cover the overage of my husband's gas with my gas money. So that was $32.77. Okay, and that leaves me with $182.13 in gas, which I think I'm going to leave for now. And we'll see. Let's see. We had a overspending of $2.15 for my daughter's STEP account. So I have STEP cards for my kids. They're like debit cards that you can load money onto through an app. However, recently they just started charging a fee, which is why I have a $2.15 balance here. So we're definitely going to have to look at a different option going forward for them, because I'm not willing to pay a 2% fee each time I transfer money. But anyway, I'm just going to cover that $2.15 for now. And then I purchased some books off Amazon. So I had some personal spending of $42.26. So I'm going to cover that from this saving sweep category. If you guys are new here, my saving sweep category is basically the money that I don't budget for the month. I just kind of put it in there, hoping that I can transfer it to savings, hence saving sweep. But lately, we haven't had much left over. Okay, so then for restaurant and entertainment, we were over by $350.76. Most of this was all just takeout, and with the exception of my husband and the kids went to see Jurassic Park in the movies. So also, I never covered my son's confirmation dinner. That happened May 31st. So it was, we paid cash, and usually I keep a cash log, and then at the end of each month I close out the cash log and I'll write a check for that amount of money. But being that it was on the 31st of May, I already had done the closeout at that point for the cash log, and I figured I would just do it in June, but we didn't spend any other cash in June, and so I never closed it out until the end of July. So this transaction here actually happened in May, can hear the jingling. My dog has joined us. um, so anyway, we have to cover this overspending of $350.76. Okay, we are overspent in the medicine slash RX category by $41.64. Sunblock for our vacation and razors. We go through a ton of sunblock when we're down at the beach. I mean, there's 6 of us, so I guess. But anyway, so that is $41.64. And then we are overspent by $133.24 in home decor. I picked up some things for my son's bed, a new mattress protector and bed skirt. And then also I picked up a shelving unit for our laundry room to try to create a laundry system in there. We had just one laundry basket that my girls would throw their clothes into in the laundry room because they have a giant walk-in closet off of our laundry room that they share. But now my older two are actually doing their own laundry, so I put like a shelf unit in, and each of the kids now has a shelf with a basket on it that they can, so they each have their own laundry. And so all of that was $133.24. So I'm going to cover that. And then finally, I'm going to come back up and cover why is this yellow? Oh, maybe because of the Target. Okay. I'm going to cover the remaining $121.32 of groceries. Okay, so all of our overspending is now covered, and that does leave us with $574.78 that we will be able to use in the upcoming month's savings challenges. Now we can go over and see our spending for the month of July. Okay, so as you can see, we spent a lot of money in July. We did have to pay for our kids' college tuition. Actually, it was just one of my kids' college tuition. My one daughter actually didn't have a balance this semester, which was really nice because she took a CA position, which gave her free housing and half off her meal plan. And then she also was able to get another scholarship for $2,500, which ended up making us not have any payment this semester, which was awesome. However, my other daughter, we did. So let's get into it. All right. For monthly fixed expenses, we spent $4,406.43. Most of that being the mortgage, which was $2,700. $614.74. Our car insurance was $536.71. Our O&R, which is our gas and electric, was $280. Our dental insurance was $223.84. My husband's life insurance was $200.01. Our water bill was $138.86. Our cell phone bill was $136.95. Internet was $119.54. They raised it on us, and I called and I got it lowered again. So hopefully you'll see that in next month's bill. My life insurance policy, I'm not sure why that's showing $98.36. It usually is $49.18, I believe. Maybe August payment came in a little bit early. But then we spent $57.42 in Easy Pass. So that was all of our monthly fixed expenses. For weekly expenses, you'll see here, this is where we pay our kids' college out of this weekly account. So for my daughter's college tuition, it was $6,389.19. So that was the bulk of the weekly spending, which was $8,443.74. Then after that, we spent $1,511.32 in groceries. My husband's gas was $275.14. It says my husband has work expenses here of $208.23. That is covered by his job. He gets reimbursed for work expenses, so technically we didn't pay for that. My gas was $57.71 for the week, or the month rather, and then that $2.15 fee that we had to pay for transferring money onto my daughter's STEP card. And that all came to $8,443.74. Obviously, the majority of that being my daughter's college tuition that we had to pay. And so, coming to sinking funds for the month, restaurant and entertainment was $970.76. But like I said, $270 of that was from actually May, when we had my son's confirmation dinner. Kids' car maintenance was $789.57. You guys, my one daughter, was driving to a concert and a rock hit her windshield and cracked her windshield. Do you know we had glass coverage on every car but that car? I don't know how it got missed, because we were supposed to have the same coverage on all of our cars, but somehow her car did not have glass coverage. So that was $482. So we told her we would split it with her. So she covered half, we covered the other half. Then my other daughter's car needed an alignment, and so my husband, he can't do that because that's to go on a machine. And so they dropped off her car at the mechanics, and the mechanic called to let them know that it wasn't an issue with alignment and it was something else. I'm not even going to try to tell you what it is because I don't know. But the whole bill altogether came to about $1,500, and my daughter was only expecting to have a bill of like $300 or something like that for an alignment, so she was freaked out. So she asked my husband if he could fix the thing that was wrong, which he could, but not in the time that we needed to, because we were leaving for vacation, and then when we get back, she was leaving for school. She's going to be leaving for school, and it just wasn't going to happen. So we said the car's there, let him do it. And we told my daughter that we would cover the labor portion of the bill because my husband felt bad because he couldn't, just time wise, it wasn't going to work out for him to be able to do it. So between those two things, we ended up with a $789.57 kid car maintenance. Pool maintenance. Sorry about that. The dogs were going crazy. For pool maintenance, we had $167.97. That's probably just, we had to buy a salt cell for our salt generator. Home decor, I bought the shelving unit and some things for my son's bed, so that was $133.24. This was the registration for the new kid car, that was $101.88. Medicine and RX was $59.01. That was razors and sunblock. Tithe was $50. Birthdays, this was for my birthday, $47.19. I actually had some Amazon gift cards and then ordered a air fryer. So that was the balance after the gift cards. For my oil change, it was $42.67. I bought some books, which came to $42.26. And then my husband, I'm not sure what he bought, but he spent $29.64 in personal purchases. And then dog food was $27.08. Car repairs for my husband's car was $18.07. He needed headlights. Doctor's coupés was $17.37. And all of that totaled $2,291.30. So altogether, our monthly spending for the month of July was $15,141.47. That's crazy. I mean, 6,000 of it was my daughter's college, but still, that's a lot of money. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.